What's up guys, I'm going to do another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video, and today, November 9th, Treyarch has put out a new game settings update for Black Ops 4. So this affects multiplayer, zombies, and Blackout, and they put out a bunch of changes. The first change that they put out is that for this weekend only, there is going to be double tier boost in multiplayer and Blackout, and also double Napoleon plasma in zombies. And this goes from today until Monday, November 12th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So I already made a video about that. So if you guys haven't seen that, you guys can check that out on screen. But that's really cool. So basically a double weekend. So you get double tier boost, and you also get double Nebulon plasma in zombies. So you're going to get double something, whatever mode you play Black Ops 4 in. So that's really awesome there. And there's also a bunch of zombies changes, multiplayer, and Blackout. So first we can start out with the zombies changes that they actually addressed with this update. So the first one is just stability, is what they did with this update for zombies, because this isn't like a game update where you have to like actually download it. It's just when you load up the game, you're just gonna have to like fetch, you know, the newest settings and data and stuff like that. So it's not one that you're gonna have to like actually update the game for, that you like, you know, it'll have like a 200 megabyte, you know, patch or something like that that you're gonna have to download on PlayStation or Xbox or whatever. No, this one's just through the game. So if you don't see a patch, you know, downloading on your system, that's why. But they addressed a whole bunch of stability issues with Black Ops 4. So they addressed a whole bunch of them in zombies. So first one is that they resolved an issue that could cause the game to crash when the player's near the mystery box. They resolved an issue that could cause the game to crash when a player dies or leaves the game when using the Staff of Ra special weapon in the Chaos story. They also resolved an issue that could cause the game to crash when zombies attack the player through barricades. So those are just zombies, you know, wide. It doesn't matter what map. It's just that Treyarch has found some of these like glitches and crashes and stuff that would happen. So they resolved those issues, so those should no longer happen. And then next up, they have some map specific ones. And the first one is for Voyage of Despair. They resolved an issue that could cause the game to crash when a player leaves the game while using the Slavlingard. And that's really cool. So once again, you know, Treyarch is actively working to patch Black Ops 4 zombies and make it as stable as possible, because that's basically everybody's biggest gripe with Black Ops 4 right now, is that zombies is super unstable. You can't get to around 150 for the classified cutscene. But Treyarch said that they're resolving these issues and they're trying their hardest to be able to fix the game and to make it as polished as possible. For the next map 9, they resolved an issue that could cause the game to crash when a player leaves the game during the main quest. They also resolved an issue where if a player left a game while another player was contributing to their challenge, the remaining player would crash when attempting to complete the challenge. And then for Blood of the Dead, they resolved 2 issues that could cause the game to crash when a player fails, bleeds out, or leaves the game during portal events in the main quest. So that's really awesome there. I mean, it's been like 2 days since their last update. Like, their last update literally came out on November 6th, so I guess 3 days technically. But that was their last update, so November 6th. So, you know, within 3 days, they've already found tons of more, you know, things within Black Ops 4, tons more stability issues, and they've already fixed them. So they've already fixed a whole bunch before. They're fixing more now, and, you know, I'm assuming in the next couple of days, by like Monday or Tuesday, we're going to get another patch. Tuesday, I'm assuming we're going to get a big patch when we actually get Nuketown, so I'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, so hopefully the Treyarch will just be able to patch up zombies really well and make it run really smooth, so that way we don't have these crashes or blue screens and stuff. But like I said, Nuketown will arrive on PlayStation 4 on Tuesday, November 13th. So only a couple days away is when we're going to be able to get Nuketown on Black Ops 4 multiplayer. So that's really awesome. I have another video coming on my channel about Nuketown, specifically about all the details about that and potentially Nuketown Zombies. So make sure you guys check out that video. That'll be linked on screen when that goes live. But now on to the multiplayer changes. So they didn't change a whole lot here, but they did some hardcore specific changes. So SMGs now have a 1-hit kill potential at close range in hardcore. That's really good. They reduced armor protection so that all weapons will now kill in 2 hits maximum in hardcore. Thank you, Treyarch. Holy cow, like armor was honestly like the biggest crutch in hardcore. They're like, nobody else wanted to run any other equipment besides armor, because it's like, hey, I get extra health, you know, even if I, you know, am gonna get, you know, like somebody's gonna get 3 shots on me, hey, you know, it's probably gonna, armor's gonna be able to suck up 1 extra shot or something like that. And in hardcore, it can make all the difference. So now, even if you have armor, every weapon will be able to kill you in 2 hits maximum. So even if you have armor, you still only have to put 2 shots into someone and they're dead. So really good there. Really happy about that. Hardcore TDM and Hardcore Kill Confirm now allow 2 of the same specialists per team. So that's really cool there. And there's just a miscellaneous fix for multiplayer where they resolved an issue where players would not be kicked for inactivity in round-based game modes if the round ended before the kick timer. So basically, if, say, like the kick timer is like a minute or something like that, but you only had like 45 seconds left in the round, well, then the round would end and you wouldn't be kicked. The round time or the kick timer wouldn't continue into the next round. It would just restart the timer basically on this next round or whatever. So really good there. So now people who are inactive are actually going to get kicked, regardless of rounds and stuff. And now on to Blackout. So all the changes here. So they made a change to one of the weapons in Blackout. So they made a change to the Paladin Hp50. And I immediately knew what this patch in this update was going to do for the Paladin. So they actually buffed the Paladin now. So they slightly increased the damage to reduce headshots required to take out an enemy equipped with level 3 armor and 200 health from a trauma kit. So they said the enemies were escaping these fights with 4 health, so we're bumping the damage just enough to cover that gap. So basically, now when you have a Paladin and you headshot somebody, with a level 3 armor and 200 health, you are actually going to get the kill. So I've complained about this on some of my streams that I've done where I've played Blackout, where, the Paladin I've said is basically the worst sniper, because even if, you headshot someone, okay, well, you broke their armor, but they're not dead. And then you'd have to shoot them again, which with a sniper rifle, it's kind of like, it's not that big of a deal because, the rechamber speed isn't that bad. But usually at the distances you're shooting somebody with a Paladin, they're able to, escape. And it says, here, that players were able to escape with 4 health. And so now, if you headshot somebody who has level 3 armor and a trauma kit, you're actually going to get the kill or the down if they're, playing duos or quads or whatever. But they buffed the Paladin, so no longer is it going to be a 2-shot kill. That was absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why they nerfed it that bad. Like, the SDM was honestly way, way better because, sure, the SDM is like a 2-shot kill as well, but the SDM is like semi-automatic and you don't have to rechamber after every shot. You can just go bam, bam, and they're dead. Whereas the Paladin, you go bam, and then you rechamber it, bam, shoot again, and then you got to get them. The next change that they made was to equipment. So they made a change to the concussion grenades last time on November 6th when they actually removed the 9-bang from Blackout. So that's really awesome when they did there. But now they've buffed the concussion grenade even more, and they've also made changes to it. So players can now change stances after being hit with concussion grenade. So while players will still be slowed and overall disoriented, they'll now have a new opportunities to get back in the fight. So basically, before if you got hit with a concussion grenade, you had to stay in whatever stance you were before, or you just stand up, So even if you tried laying down when you were hit with a concussion grenade, you weren't able to do it. And that was one of my biggest gripes with the 9-bang, is it's you can't crouch, you can't lay down, you can't aim down sights, you can't use equipment, none of that stuff. You're basically stuck there hip firing while you're blinded 9 times. And so I'm glad that they removed the 9-bang, but the concussion grenade was also still like that as well. So I'm glad you can actually lay down now, because it's if you get with a concussion grenade, what? Your player just forgets how to, do anything. They forget how to lay down. They forget how to aim down sights. What? I don't know. I'm glad that they changed this. It's a lot better. So now it's a lot less frustrating. If you get hit with a concussion grenade, you can actually lay down and hopefully, be able to actually win that gunfight after, you're unconcussed. They also said that with the removal of the 9-bang from Blackout, they've added a scale-back white flash screen effect to the concussion grenade, and they'll monitor the performance of these balance changes closely. So basically, they removed the 9-bang, but they've also buffed the concussion grenade, so they're just going to monitor how players are using the concussion grenade and what the effects are and stuff of it. So really happy Treyarch is doing this. Really, really awesome. And we'll have to see what kind of role the concussion grenade is going to play in Blackout now. But the last change that they made in this update in Blackout here is to the character missions. So they changed the descriptions of character mission items to clarify the unlock requirements for playlists. So now it'll actually clarify whether it's solos, duos, or quads. And kind of going along with this, I do want to point out that I don't like the new zombies characters, how you acquire them, their character missions, because say for Stanton, you need to get 2 kills with Wraithfire or the acid grenade, regardless if you're playing solos, duos, or quads. I recognize that, so I think it's for Diego, you gotta down, 2 enemies with a headshot in duos, but in solos, I'm pretty sure it's only 1. So it makes sense because it kind of scales regarding on modes, because if you're going up against somebody in solos, there's probably just 1 person. Whereas if you're going up against somebody in duos, it's probably a squad. And if you're playing against, in quads, you're probably going up against a squad of 3 or more. So it should, scale accordingly. But there's no real difference between duos and solos. So it's almost better to go for it in duos because you have a better chance of finding two people close to each other and getting both of them with your Wraithfire and Acid Grenade and stuff. But yeah, so that was the change for November 9th. That was really, really cool, and I'm really glad Treyarch is making all these changes really, really quickly, though, too. But yeah, like I said, Nuketown is going to be coming on Tuesday on PlayStation 4, and then it'll be coming on November 20th on Xbox and PC. So make sure you guys look out for that. I'll be streaming some of that. I'll be posting videos. I also have a video specifically coming about that later today, so make sure you guys check that out. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.